It's first take time for a quick take in the game of the night in the NBA. Was it though? The Nuggets came back from down 18 to defeat the Trailblazers in overtime behind a triple-double from none other than Nikola Jokic. Denver is on a season-high 9-game win streak and now sit at third in the West. Second straight day, we got to ask the question, how dangerous is Denver?
Shay, I'm kind of disappointed in you because I thought you had love for me. Because repeatedly, I am ahead of the curve. I was on the air 3 weeks ago. If you recall, I was saying, you can sleep on Denver if you want to. Okay, we know what Jokic can do. But when Jamal Murray is flowing, it's a different beast. And here's the thing. Both Murray and Jokic have shown they don't fade when the playoffs arrive. They elevate. They don't dissipate. So I'm looking at it and I'm like, peoples, be careful. And Jokic the other day, first of all, Jamal Murray had a 50-point game, a 40-point game, all of this other stuff. Jokic with another triple-double. I will remind everybody that Jokic the other night went up against Victor Webeyamas and dropped 40 and 13. That's who they are. I'm not telling you they're going to win the championship. I'm telling you, with Jamal Murray and Jokic flowing on all cylinders, and let me not leave out Aaron Gordon, who was out most of the season and is now back, Denver can beat anybody. Anybody. Damn right they're dangerous.
Aaron Gordon had 23 points. He was the second leading scorer for the
Replay showed, in fact, a long two. So Denny Avdia on the ensuing possession ties it with that bucket at 125. Final possession, get the ball to the Joker. Oh, right there in the paint, some nifty footwork, but the hook shot does not go. That means we're going to OT. Jokic can't believe it. In OT, Denver up by 3. Call on the blue arrow. Jamal Murray left open, splashes that triple. He had 20, Nuggets up by 6. $1:30 to go, Denver up by 5. The Joker, 35 points, 14 rebounds, 13 assists, 5 steals. Ho-hum. Denver wins it 137-132 in overtime.
To other news in the NBA, Victor Webeyamas missed the second half of the Spurs game against the Sixers with a left rib contusion. No word yet on the severity of the injury. Wemby has played 64 games this season and will need to play at least 20 minutes in one of the Spurs' remaining 3 games to maintain eligibility for postseason awards. We now welcome in NBA analyst Iman Shumpert on the show. And of course, he's looking cleaner than the Board of Health. Per usual, I see you with it. Listen, Shump, this injury is an L to the entire basketball world because Wemby is must-see TV, and we all want to see him on the court. But nobody's going to feel this more than the Spurs. How will this injury affect them going into the playoffs?
Well, I mean, it's definitely going to affect them when they start thinking about putting together schemes and putting together lineups that they can go out there and win with in the playoffs. But one thing that's not being talked about is how much these guards are going to continue to grow with the absence of him for however long he needs to just get right. Their guard play has been exceptional. Their guards, though losing Wemby in that game, continue to grind and continue to get it done. Castle came up big with that triple-double and got things done. So I low-key trust this Spurs team to keep on grinding and keep on making things happen, playing as if they don't have him so that when he makes his return, it's smooth sailing.
Yeah, Stephon Castle got his 5th triple-double of the season last night. Now, let's go to the East because the Cavs and the Knicks, they're fighting for the 3rd seed right now. The Cavs, they're just 1 game behind the Knicks for that 3rd seed. You played for both of these teams and you know them well. So which of them do you trust more as we head into the playoffs?
I got to go based off of, what everybody's done in the playoffs. And if I do that, I'm going to go ahead and trust the Knicks a little bit more. Jalen Brunson has shown time and time again that at the end of games you can trust him. He is a shot maker, a decision maker late in games, and in playoffs, that's what you need.
Because that's a very dangerous team in the first round. They had won 18 of their last 20 games going into that game last night. They hadn't lost at home in 6 weeks. This team is is on a heater.
Shump, I want to take from you on both teams. Let's start with the Knicks. You know what playoff team, you know what teams that are going to make a deep run look like.
Right.
Do the Knicks look like they're so up and down? Do they look like a team ready to make a deep run?
I get it that they don't look like they're ready to make a deep run now, but it's regular season basketball. I think that when they get in the playoffs, I think things will start making a little bit more sense.
They have another gear.
They've proven they have another gear.
Yep.
I mean, they're definitely going to need a little bit more out of their other guys, man. I don't want to call anybody out right now. I'm rooting for them. But I took away some good things about it. Mitchell Robinson's been playing really well right now.
Well, let's say names in another way. Who needs to be their big? Jalen Brunson is going to be Jalen Brunson. Who else do you think needs to be the guys that are going to carry them if they're going to get there?
I'll just say it. Michael Bridges, like, listen, you gotta get out here and you gotta do something, man. I know you're having your ups and downs, but when he is consistently himself and he's running the floor, he's good defensively. He's shooting it well from three, and he looks confident. They look like a different team. It looks like Josh Hart has a lot more, less pressure on him than Jalen Brunson has a lot less pressure on him than. But right now, they're leaning on Jalen Brunson so much, which we've seen them do in the playoffs. And I don't mind it at late game situations in the playoffs. I just don't want to burn him out immediately.
And then the other side of this, you were just pointing it out. The Atlanta Hawks, there are two teams in the East that people have not paid a lot of attention to for any number of reasons, but between Charlotte and Atlanta, there's a couple of teams sneaking down there that might knock somebody off.
Yeah, that's the part you got to watch is who's the Dragon Slayer in the East. You know, we talk so much about the Western Conference playoffs and how challenging they're going to be because there's just so many good teams, and that the East might be top heavy, but that doesn't mean that the top 4 teams should feel comfortable in the first round because you've got a couple of Dragon Slayers at the bottom of the bracket.
Okay, let me go to the West. You didn't want to be put on the spot? I got bad news. I'm putting you on the spot right now. Nikola Jokic rallied the Nuggets from a 16-point deficit in the fourth quarter against Portland. He put up a ridiculous line last night. He had a 35-point triple-double and 5 steals. Just another night at the office for Nikola Jokic. They now are the 3 seed in the West. I'm going to ask you right now, are they going to knock off OKC and make it back to the finals? This was the champ 2 years ago.
You putting us on
Denver,
spot.
3 years ago, I should say. They have championship pedigree. They have the. I don't care what anybody says. When all other things being equal, they have the best player. That guy's the best player. Is Denver going to make that run back? It's been all OKC and San Antonio for 6 weeks. Is Denver going to break up that party?
It would be hard to not say it in the moment right now, but I want to see OKC and San Antonio that bad. I hope that they don't do it.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I want to see it that bad.
You want to see OKC and San Antonio?
I want to see it.
But right now, the way it shapes up, Denver has moved into the 3. The Lakers have lost everybody, so they probably won't catch them. So if Denver is the 3, they would get San Antonio in the second round.
And that would be, again, this is, if you're looking for the best brackets, right, you're looking for the best matchups. And also, if you're Victor Webeyamas and the Spurs, if you're trying to show that you can be that outlier team that makes a run without any playoff experience, you got to go through the best. To have to beat Jokic and then to have to take on SGA and the Thunder in back-to-back series, I mean, that's what we're waiting for. We've waited all year. We've watched some god-awful basketball in the last couple of weeks, please. I mean, Friday's games. Did you see the average
worst.
Point differential was 24 points? What are we doing?
Right.
We finally are getting to a place now where we can have some really good games and real competition. Those are the matchups we're looking for. That's certainly what you want.
Denver, San Antonio Saturday night was a classic, though, right? We talked about it earlier. The shot that
Tremendous
Jokic
game.
makes over him there. And we hope that Webeyamas is okay. We showed you the full highlight a little bit earlier. Webeyamas has a rib contusion, which he's got a week and a half. Forgetting the 65-game thing, whether he makes it back in the regular season or not is a different discussion. San Antonio looks ready to make a little bit of a run. Second-round matchup, Denver and San Antonio. It's a very, very good second.
It's gonna be very good. That's what I'm saying. It's must-see TV.
Right.
And you just got the chest tap. Yoke just gave you the chest tap real quick. I would feel disrespected if I win my. I would be like, you know what?
Jokic.
Oh,
Jokic made the shot, wins
like,
in overtime, walks by Wemby going, I heard what you said.
Tap.
That's on the chest
that's the same thing. You remember back in the day when they used to grab Chris Paul back of the head?
Yeah.
Chris Paul get real mad. He don't like that. He don't like that.
This is the shot
You can't like that. There it goes. The little rocker.
Shuffle.
Blow. You can't look at it. And then he gave you the home run. He gave you the home run skip. Look at the home run skip with the shoulder. Look at it. Come on, man. That's what I'm saying. When you have that moment, that moment was literally to tell him, hey, you know you got to go through me, right?
they may have made Jokic mad.
You
the
know
one
you
thing
gotta
we
go
didn't know
through
could
me.
happen. Like we always, Jokic has this reputation of being like he's going to play. They'll win or they'll lose, and then he'll go back home, which is where he really wants to be.
Again, he loves horses. He's the thoroughbred. He's in the pack, and now when you and down the stretch they come, and that's exactly what he does.